And we are live. We are live on Christmas Day, people. We're here
Christmas Day.
Christmas preview. Of course, you just saw him right there. We're here with the one and only Craig Perota. Craig. Christmas Day. Oh, shit. No.
I done it again.
This is what I get for watching YouTube videos on the computer. I've learned my lesson. Never watch YouTube videos on the computer. This is but so Craig, how you doing, bro?
Yo, I'm good, man. I'm very good. Very good. Happy, merry, and feeling festive.
Yeah, in case you can't tell, I'm not at my normal set. I'm actually
Me
at my
neither.
house right now. So we wanted to get to stream to you anyway. So I brought over all my equipment that I've got right now. But guys, let me tell you what, my streams are about to get a lot more high quality because I got a new webcam for Christmas. I got a new mic for Christmas. So I got a really high quality mic too. I got some new lighting. I got some new artwork, including Matthew's poster of Arthur that came in the mail yesterday. Let me tell you what, guys, streams are about to get a lot more high quality, so I'm stoked up for this. But Merry Christmas to everybody out there. Wanted to make sure that we got something to you guys today. So
well, I got new socks.
You got new socks? Let me tell you what, high quality gift. High quality. Especially, are they nice and thick socks too?
No, they're just plain Star Wars ones.
Hey, you know what? Plain Star Wars. Look, you still got some Star Wars stuff. That's what I'm talking about.
Right there, brother.
But Craig, so I mean, you're going to the game tomorrow, man. I'm
yes,
super
mate.
excited
Yeah.
for you. Get to see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's debut at Old Trafford. How you feeling about that, man?
I am going there expecting the 3 points. I'm going there with the same mentality as Cardiff. I'm hoping that we bring that momentum home. You know what I mean? It's if they need to show their qualities, now is the time because we're playing at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like at home, they have to do it. On the road, they have to do it. If they need to claw back points, now's the time, man. Like Cardiff, Huddersfield, and Bournemouth. Like that would do my new year to a T if we beat Bournemouth. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who knows, brother? I'm happy. I'm confident we could beat Huddersfield tomorrow. Confident.
Well, and in reality, this is the first time personally in a while that I've been like really super confident going into a game thinking, all right, we're about to go in and we're actually about to beat a team with a guarantee. I mean, is this the first time you've really had this feeling this year?
Yeah. Like, I'm full of, like, I feel like Man United now can score early goals and keep going. Do you know what I mean? And not to put brakes on, just to keep going and scoring the goals, being, just being brutal again. You know, the shackles are off now. You know, let's keep that momentum going, game by game. If he draws, I'm cool with that, man. You know, and I don't think Huddersfield are going to play bad. I just think we're going to play better.
Yeah. Honestly, I do too. I think we're going to go out there, and for once, I think we're not game planning for a team.
No.
I think we're focusing on what Manchester United should be doing.
Yep. And I'm
most excited for.
I think they're going to go out there just to play football. Happy football, positive football, forward-thinking football. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If Matic can play the way that he played against Cardiff, I'll be happy. The only thing that I would love Ole Gunnar Solskjaer to do is to swap Jones for Eric Bailly.
Yes.
Like, that to me it was a scratch of the head moment. I was like, what, why? But we won it, so...
And Phil Jones actually was pretty good.
There wasn't a player on that squad that was bad. That's the funny thing.
Yep.
Like, I'll be happy with any team selection tomorrow, but me, ideally, I would love to play Eric Bailly at the back. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
whoever. But who knows, mate? We can talk and how much we want to have this player, that player starting, but like you said, it's up to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer who he thinks, and if he thinks that Phil Jones can cut it, then he can cut it, mate.
So, real quick, I wanted to read out a couple comments here. So, Wesker for
Yeah.
Life said, "Did you see Paul Merson saying that United players should be ashamed of themselves for how they treated Mourinho?" Which
Right.
I did not see that.
I did, right? And first of all, do you blame the players being the way they were with Jose? Second of all, Paul Merson can shut his mouth. Do you know what I mean? Because he's got he's got no views on Manchester United. Like, he's an Arsenal player. Stick to commenting on Arsenal. Why should they be ashamed of themselves? They're playing under a legend for the club. To me, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is a legend. Do you know what I mean? You don't score the winning goal that wins you the treble and not become a legend status. Do you know what I mean?
Well, so funny enough, I actually like the way that Mark put it, because I think that you could make the debate of whether Ollie is a legend for the club. Personally, Mark doesn't think that he's a legend, but what he said is that he thinks that what he did is legendary. Like, you will never forget what Ollie did for Manchester United to win the treble on that day and go on. And like, you're never not going to be legendary. He just doesn't feel he's a legend. Now, personally, I feel he's a legend. That's my personal opinion.
That's my personal opinion as well. And I think that would probably be 90% of everybody's thoughts on it. What do you think of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer? Guy's a legend, man. He won us the treble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That is the best treble. It's not the Carling Cup, the FA Cup, and a Community Shield.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the Champions League, the FA Cup, and the Premier League, dude.
That is the treble.
That is
the treble.
That is the one that everybody has dreamed of winning.
I mean, and let's be real here. Not very many people ever get the chance to win.
I don't think anyone. I think City could come close, but I don't think they're gonna. They ain't got that spirit. They haven't got the history. They ain't got that forward attacking football. They ain't got 4 strikers like we did.
Mm.
You know what I mean? But City are the closest.
And let's be fair. Like, I mean, it's something that in the modern game is going to be very, very hard to do. So, and then I did
evolved.
I just, so I did see that Ollie said to Greenwood to be ready for the Reading game, which I'm really interested to see what that means. If he's start, or if he's going to be on the bench, or if he's going to be coming through in the game. I think it's going to be absolutely fantastic to see somebody like Mason Greenwood in and around.
If he starts that, I would be so gassed. Like if he starts that, and that could kickstart his career at Manchester United. By no shadow of a doubt, if he shines in that game, the world's his oyster, man.
Mm.
Like, he could become and do great things at the club. People will be getting his name on the back of their shirts, next year if he kickstarts it, if he grabs the ball by the horns at that Reading game and just carries on. I don't see why he can't become our striker, mate.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and ultimately, so I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday about Mason Greenwood and about what he could possibly be doing for Manchester United. I look at the potential that he has, and let me tell you what, he has that potential to be the next great striker for England. Yeah. I've watched the kid play multiple games, and let me tell you what, that skill that he has is something that's beyond just, hey, he's playing against kids as a year-old, and he's just got talent.
He can score 5-yard goals. I reckon he could score 25-yard goals. He could score headers, volleys. He could be the finishing product. Do you know what I mean? He could be the finishing piece of the puzzle that we need. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? We need, no shadow of doubt, we need that striker, don't we? You know,
Yeah.
obviously. But we don't know. Lukaku could shine under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Do you know what I mean?
Never
We
know.
never know. We don't know. I'm hoping that Ole Gunnar gives Lukaku the chance and he fires him in.
Yeah. Me
Because
too.
every player deserves a chance under a new manager, you know?
Yep.
And
Well, it's the same thing. I would love to see Tahith Chong get a shot here sometime soon.
yeah,
I would love, like, this is just me personally. I would love to see a front three in that Reading game of Tahith Chong, Angel Gomez, and
yeah,
Greenwood playing
yeah.
at some point in time in that game. That would be the absolute dream. So, but we'll go ahead. Let's start jumping into this game a little bit, man. So with Huddersfield, I mean, is there anybody that you could think of for Huddersfield that's going to be a danger man, a target man for him?
I think it's the only player I know really, and I think it's Moye. I think there's a bald guy that plays in I think it's Australian or American, one of them, and he always seems to pop up against us.
So. Yeah, I know exactly who you're talking about. It was just because the guy did it against us last year. It's Aaron Moy.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like he, I think he runs the club. I think he just scores past us.
Yeah,
you know, and I don't think I really don't think we'll struggle against Huddersfield tomorrow. I really don't.
He's apparently injured, by the way.
Oh, is he? Well, I don't know no one who plays for Huddersfield then, bro.
Hey, and listen, that's okay. I mean, ultimately, they're a team that's going to be fighting relegation. So
going to Manchester United, he could be fit. Let's just say that.
That's true. Could get some of that pep juice.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Exactly. He could have given.
He is apparently Australian too, according to Peg.
That's it.
I believe that. So just so you guys can hear it, I always like to give their top 3 goal scorers and top 3 assisters. So Philip Billing is one of their top scorers. So their top 3 all have 2 goals. So you have Philip Billing with 2 goals, Zanka with 2 goals, and Aaron Moy with 2 goals. And then they also have with their assist, you have Stephen Mooney that has 2 assists. Then you have Laurent Deportier. I don't know how to say his name specifically. I'm sorry, guys, but he's got 1 assist, and then Eric Durham, who's got 1 assist as well. So obviously, other people will have more things, but those are the top 3 people that are listed on the Premier League app.
Yeah.
Hearing that Aaron Moy is out, let me tell you what, that makes a huge difference because Aaron Moy was somebody that I was, worried about because he did do us pretty well last season. So, and let's see, Huddersfield strikers have not scored this season. That's an interesting fact, Doug. I like that. So Huddersfield strikers have not scored this season. But so then as a team, Huddersfield have scored 11 goals this season on 208 shots with 61 shots on target. And then defensively, they've conceded 31 goals this season. So let me tell you what.
I can see.
Oh, go ahead, Craig.
I can see tomorrow's score being another high-scoring game, mate.
Yeah.
I can see it. Like I said before, mate, the shackles are off. I think if we can beat Huddersfield and beat Bournemouth, I don't see why we just can't keep pushing on, mate. Like, okay, Tottenham overscored us at the weekend, but it's Tottenham, innit? Do you know what I mean? They blow hot and cold.
Yeah.
So I'm really optimistic now with Manchester United, man.
Yeah. Which is a very
breath of fresh air.
Like it just honestly, it's such a good feeling to actually feel positive about the club, man. It really is. So, I mean, let's go ahead. Let's get into our predicted lineup for what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will put out there tomorrow. So, give me your 11, and then I'll give my 11, and then I still like to do this. We'll do what we would run out as an 11 against them. So what is your predicted 11 for what Ollie's going to run out there tomorrow, bro?
I honestly think he's going to go with the same 11.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Martial, Lingard, Rashford, Matic, Herrera. I'd like to say Smalling. Who did he have at the back again?
It was Young, Shaw at the fullback, and then you had Phil Jones and Lindelof.
Yeah, I think he's going to go with Lindelof and Eric Bailly. I'd like Eric Bailly at the back.
Okay.
Because he's so good with his feet. Like, he can go forward. Okay, we saw Lindelof push forward, but I don't see why they just can't take turns in going forward as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, Jones ain't that kind of player to push forward. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you've got a centre back that can push forward, it frees up more of your players to go forward and cause more havoc on movement and relatively a goal. And I believe we can beat Huddersfield tomorrow by a big score.
Yeah, no, and listen, I agree with you. I think that we could potentially see a pretty big scoreline tomorrow. So my predicted 11 for tomorrow is going to be De Gea in goal. I actually think we're going to see a little bit of a mix-up in the back four. I think we're going to see Lowe at right back. I think we will see Bailly and Lindelof as the center back pair. And then I think we will still get Luke Shaw on the left. And now the only way I can see that being mixed up is we might see Luke Shaw taken out and then Ashley Young played at left back. I could see either or happening. I'm personally going to say it's going to be Luke Shaw. Then in the midfield, I do think that we will still get – actually, you know what? No. The reason why I think this is going to mix up is because we still do have a game against Bournemouth on the weekend. Bournemouth is a little bit tougher of a test. And I think that with Ollie, you're going to see him rest guys appropriately. So I think that you will not get Matic in this match. I think that you'll get Herrera in this match playing as the C. And Fred playing kind of as a midfield too.
Yeah.
And then I think that Pogba will be involved in there. Now, whether it's going to be a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-3-1 with Pogba playing the 10, I don't know. But I ultimately think that we will see Herrera and Fred together in the midfield. Then
I would love to play Pereira, man.
I would love to play Pereira.
Oh, mate.
And it was awesome to see him come off the bench.
Yeah. And, and that's positive signs as well.
Yeah.
Very positive.
So, I mean, then my front three is going to be, I think we're going to get Rashford up front. We're going to see him playing as the leading line. We're going to see Anthony Martial on the left. And then I'm going to make a bold prediction for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that Tahith Chong is starting on the right wing.
Oh.
I'm making a bold prediction.
You're pushing that out, ain't you, man? You want him to start.
Listen, I love Tahith Chong. I think that he is the future for the right wing, personally.
You need to play him on FIFA.
I do. I've got him trained up so much. It's not even funny, man. But, I mean, in all honesty,
him out.
Well, that's kind of what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to, like, either sell him and then get him back, or you're supposed to, like, loan him off and then get him back because apparently it increases his potential because, like, there's a glitch in the game or something like that. But so now ultimately, will Tahith Chong start tomorrow? Probably not. I'm going to say that more than likely we'll probably get Jesse Lingard on the right because I think that Ollie really does love Jesse Lingard.
How could you not?
Yeah, I personally don't see how. So really quick, so Matthew said,
how could you not?
He'll give chances to everyone in the coming weeks, which I could honestly see. I could see that we might get some kids on the bench in this coming game, and that they might actually have to go out there.
I can see the game against Reading being a youth team.
Yeah,
a majority youth team, 5-6 youth players, and I'm absolutely cool with that.
Yeah,
because at the end of the day, they're all Manchester United players. They all want to win. and they all like playing under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Yeah. So I mean, AFAF did say so. Really Ollie have to rotate too much? We need consistency for a good run of 4 matches at least. I mean, in an AFF, we were talking about they were only playing on the weekend. I think it'd be different, but because you're playing with within such amount of space, you have to give players a rest.
I reckon he'll tweak it, like we said. Phil Jones out, Eric Bailly in, Dalla on, for Luke Shaw, Greenwood on, just 1 or 2 per game.
Yeah.
And then, and that's fine. I'm fine with that because don't forget, Ollie's still got to find his squad. Yeah.
No, and that's you're exactly right. So I could even go as far as to say that we might see some.
Thanks a lot for that. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, so I could say to go as far as to say we might see big wholesale for the game tomorrow.
Yeah,
potentially see it happening. Now, so Pancas says he thinks that Sanchez might start on the right, which I don't know if Sanchez will be back to being match fit. I could see him maybe starting on the weekend against Bournemouth. But I think that maybe the Huddersfield match might be too soon. And then, so guys, if you want to get your predicted 11s in for what Ollie's going to run out there, go get him in now. Get him in now. We'll get them right out.
Even if Alexis Sanchez started, like I said, I've given everyone a clean slate.
Absolutely.
I think under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Alexis Sanchez could be mouthwatering again. Do you know what I mean? And like we were at the weekend, imagine Alexis Sanchez in that squad with the freedom that he had.
Yeah.
I honestly think we have a frightening squad with the right manager. It's only one game, but we've got the right manager at this moment of time. But it's only one game.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Craig. And so, real quick, I want to start reading a little bit of these off.
Yeah.
We got Matthew said his prediction is we're going to win 5-0 tomorrow. I know Matthew's going to be at the match tomorrow, Craig. So be sure.
I think he's sitting around where I am sitting as well.
Yes, yeah, he is. I know that he's going to be close to you guys.
If he's sitting around where I can see him, then I'm going to try and get him to where next to me because I've got a free seat near him. Tell him that.
Well, he's live right now.
If you're near me, Matthew, and I can see you, I'll get you sitting next to me, dude, because there's a spare seat next to me.
Awesome. That's awesome. So Matthew said he's predicting 5-0 win tomorrow. And then he's got De Gea, Dalot, Bailly, Lindelof, Shaw, Mata, Herrera, Pogba, Lingard, Martial, Rashford, which I could see that being pretty close. So he said this is what his seat is for tomorrow. It's Northwest. Then you've got row 22, seat 88.
I'll have a look. Well, he got my number.
Yeah, you guys are able to connect up. So, but yeah, I'm honestly I'm excited to see how that's going to work. So Pancas, he's got De Gea, Dalot, Bailly, Lindelof. Hey, little one.
Hey, everyone. This is my lucky charm.
So we've got De Gea, Dalot, Bailly, Lindelof, Shaw, Fred, Pogba, Pereira, Sanchez, Martial for tomorrow. I like that one.
You know what? I want Martial to shine.
Yeah, no, I do too, man. I do too. We've got Daniel Gray said his prediction for tomorrow is 5-0 with Lingard, Martial with 2, Pogba and Mata to score. I like that.
People are putting clean sheets, man. We can't keep clean sheets.
My prediction for tomorrow is I think that we are going to play well again. I think we're going to be pressing again, and we're going to be pressing high, pressing early, pressing often, getting at them, and with probably even better than we did in the last match because we actually have had a few more days to train.
Yeah.
So I think that we will see good, positive football. And then on top of that, I think that we will also see a good score line. I think we'll probably see like a 3-1, 4-1 kind of score line, and we'll control the game all the way throughout. I mean, not that that's really a surprise. Like, I look at this Huddersfield team, and it's a team that under Mourinho, I would have been a little bit nervous in playing because I feel like Mourinho did spend a lot of his time. And I'm not trying to talk about Mourinho in a negative light, just so you know. I'm just saying that I think that under Mourinho, he did try to focus so much on the other team instead of focusing on Manchester United. Yeah. Whereas I think with Ollie, we're going to see him focus on Manchester United, and we're going to go in there and be like, all right, Huddersfield, how are you going to stop us? And that's what I can't wait for tomorrow. So,
that flair.
Yeah, that flair. Just that fun, get forward, get after people. And
like he said in his press conference, he just wants the lads to express themselves.
Yes.
And that's what excites me. Because if Pogba expresses himself, you're not getting the ball.
Nope.
You know what I mean?
Nope.
You're not getting the ball. Pogba's one of the best players in the world. Call me what you want. I don't care. Pogba is one of the best players in the world.
Oh, if
he's playing with the freedom that he's going to have under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, then I feel sorry for them players that are in front of him.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, and we all know that he can score goals. You know, a hat trick of assists last week.
So real quick. So Doug said that a minority of fans want Wagner out of Huddersfield. Would not surprise me if he is snapped up by a club, if he left Huddersfield because of how well he's done during his time there. Which, in all honesty, he did have that team very well drilled and well trained.
He had them very well drilled, but then once again, there's a big step from the Championship to the Premier League.
Exactly.
And if I can recall. I don't think they made a lot of signings. I could be wrong because I don't take that much interest in other teams apart from Manchester United.
Unless it's a big going to another club, I don't tend to notice it.
Yeah. No, I don't really. I took interest in Wolves when they come up because they got a lot of decent players. Like Portuguese players. And their manager has background with Jose, but I don't think like you said, and I'm feeling positive as well because, like you said in your stats, Huddersfield strikers haven't scored a goal for how long?
All season. Apparently, the Huddersfield strikers
exactly they've not scored all season, and
Craig's frozen.
If that's the case, do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, you're back now. Cool. So you had froze up for a little bit there for a second. But yeah,
did I?
Yeah, no, it's all good. But you're back. So honestly, and ultimately I do agree with you. I mean, you look at all you have to do is look at the quality between Manchester United and Huddersfield, just in the quality of player alone, and that right there tells you everything you need to know. That we have the higher quality of player all the way down. I would say if we went out there and we ran out a primarily youth setup, I would say they would probably still do pretty well against Huddersfield. So, and like Doug just said, Huddersfield do need a proven goal scorer in order to really become a decent.
But they're not gonna attract a proven goal scorer because of the team that they are. They're not gonna a lot of these teams that come up. They struggle to find an out-and-out goal scorer. Wolves, they haven't got an out-and-out goal scorer. They've just got goal scorers on their team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They got centre-backs that can score goals. They got midfielders that can score goals. I think they've got two strikers that score goals occasionally. So... And Cardiff as well.
Yeah.
Who's going to go to Cardiff?
Yeah. I mean, ultimately, the reason why I took an interest both in Wolves and in Fulham coming into the Premier League is because I saw the amount of money they were spending.
Yeah.
I saw what they did to make themselves competitive going into the Premier League.
I actually must say that Fulham were actually lucky because they got an out-and-out goal scorer with Mitrovic.
Yes.
Mitrovic is a goal scorer, and And I think he's another striker that could have thrived with us. Like he, with the right person, with the right manager. I know he's a bit of a hothead, but with the right manager, he can thrive, and he thrived in the World Cup as well.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, in all honesty, I'm going to be interested in seeing how Fulham do for the rest of the year with Claudio Ranieri. I mean, like I hope that they get the chance to stay up because I like it that a team came up from the championship. It was like, all right, we need to spend money, and they spent the second most of any team, and they came in and they were like, hey, we're here, but just unfortunately, it hasn't panned out for them yet. So
yeah.
Like, which, by the way, Jay Hart, I like this one. So he said Craig's had too much dinner. That's the reason why he's moving so slow. Which, from what you told me, that sounds real. That sounds real. So, Wolves want to stay in the Prem for years to come. Yeah, I do agree with that, Jay Hart. I think they want to be a team that don't want to go down in the future.
Wolves put a lot into their squad, and I know they're not finished.
Yeah,
they got a two quality centre midfielders with Neves and Moutinho, and I think they've got a fantastic manager that has brilliant player manager attributes as well. He's good to his players as well, and that's what we missed. Imagine if Jose had that, would we have got rid of him? Do you know what I mean?
Well, and in fairness, I think that with the squad that we have, I don't think that was ever going to work out for Mourinho because you're just going to have to sell too many people and bring in too many people, and that you realistically you can't do that. You can't spend that much money because you're going to break financial fair play rules, and you just can't do that. So, which Ryan Beals, I love this comment from him. He said,
"Hey Ryan,
we need to set the precedent of making lesser teams fear us again," which completely agree with you there, brother. Completely agree. Honestly, if we go out and we put a beating to Huddersfield, I'm telling you now, that fear is gonna be back. It's gonna be back for not just the lesser teams, but all of the Premier League.
We made a lot of people talk about the United Cardiff game because I got a lot of people come to me and ask me about it. But then in my head, I'm still just thinking it's Cardiff and Huddersfield. You know, I think the next test, the big test, will be Brighton for us.
I mean,
you know, Brighton are ahead of us, and don't get me wrong, I love the fact that we went out there against Ollie's old team. We put a hurting on them, 5-1. I'm hoping we can do the same tomorrow, you know, against Huddersfield. And I just think Bournemouth is going to be a hard game. And that is a test for us.
Yeah.
But I honestly think that we can turn them over.
Yeah. No.
I honestly, from the bottom of my heart, I think we can come away with 9 points out of these 3 games.
Yeah. And listen, end of the day, this is what it's all about here going into these next set of games. It's about making the league realize, hey, we're Manchester United. We're not done yet, man. We're not done. And
we're never done.
I'm telling you right now, if we manage to go out there and put the beating to Huddersfield like we know we can, and then if we go up against Bournemouth and we beat Bournemouth again, and we beat them in a handy fashion, I'm telling you now, the rest of the Premier League is going to do, hello. We are a team that has the talent to be able to go out and do what we did against Cardiff to almost every team in the Premier League. Spurs will be the toughest test coming up. Thank you for that, Jay Hart. The Spurs will be the toughest test of this run of games. And luckily they're at the end of it because it's going to allow us to get form in. And
I think we've got Bournemouth. I think it's Newcastle and then Reading.
Yep.
And then I think it's Spurs.
Yep, and then
Spurs. Yeah. 100%, Jay. You are 100% right. Spurs will be the test. and I think we can turn them over.
Yeah.
I think we can shut them yids up, mate.
And listen, don't get me wrong. Right now, Tottenham are playing on fire right now. They really are. And,
but we are mass all
but we are united. Yes.
And at the moment, we are united.
Yes.
We are together. There is
Yes.
no player. There is no manager power. We are united. We are one. And I think now we could beat any team in that Premier League. If Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had come 2 days before that Liverpool game, I think we could have done Liverpool at Anfield. Under my heart, I think we could have done Liverpool.
I mean, but listen, there's a reason why we all wanted Mourinho to be gone after the Newcastle game that I went to. You know, end of the day, he's gone now, and that's the reason why we all have this renewed optimism. And it's the reason why we're all so excited, is we're excited to see what he's going to do and what he's going to run out there and how he's going to do things. And with all of his interviews and the way that he's just talking about the club, oh, my God, guys, like, it kind of gives you like that little bit of like a like your heart kind of like starts fluttering a little.
We could be looking at our next manager.
Possible.
You know, it's the cheapest option.
It is the cheapest option.
Think about it. And then if it is the cheapest option, that frees up more money to spend on the players that he wants.
Yes.
You know, it's possibilities. And if this run, if there's, say, like 15 games and he wins 5 games out of 15, 10 games out of 15, I'm all for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer staying. You know, I'm all for him staying, you know.
So,
if he, you know,
Craig, so what does Ollie have? Because we'll go into like kind of wrapping it up. But, you know, Ollie, what does he have to do to become the next Manchester United manager for you?
What? Could you repeat that? It broke up again for me.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. And like, guys, I'm sorry if the stream quality isn't as good as it normally is. I'm at my parents' house. They don't have the best of Wi-Fi. So if something's going on, I apologize. But so I asked the question, what does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer have to do to become the next Manchester United manager during these next 5 months?
Be himself. Play the football that he knows, does what he does on the training pitch, make that effective, and just keep that squad and that camp happy. That's it. That is it. That's it. All positive, because I don't think there's a negative bone in Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. You know, like he has said though. He has said if things don't go his way, he will throw a few words out there. Do you know what I mean? He's not scared to put his opinions forward. You know, he's already said. He said like if your kids being naughty, you won't give it chocolate, will you? That's what he said. Like give your kid chocolate if he's misbehaving or she's misbehaving. You'll tell her you're doing wrong. And that's what he said. He said he won't go overboard. He said he'll just do what he knows that he can do. But yeah. So
do you think that like there's any kind of goal that he has to meet, like top 4 or a trophy or anything like that? Or do you think it's just bringing the positivity back?
He is just here primarily to just get Manchester United playing the way that Manchester United should be playing, mate. The way that you, myself, Flex, Rance, Mark, Sophie, George, everybody knows how Manchester United play. And that is forward, positive, possession, fast football, counter-attacking, you know, goals galore. Don't finish scoring until the end, to the final minute. And that's what Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was brought up on being at Manchester United, wasn't it? So that's all he knows, really.
Yeah, and I do agree with you to an extent there. Is like if he could bring that positivity back. Like I ultimately think that, because of the possibility of Pochettino waiting in the wings, I think that he has to do something, like whether it's going to be top 4, win the FA Cup, go far in the championship. I think something of a combination of those he has to do.
I just think it is just to get Manchester United out of the rut that they're in.
Mm.
And if they can get 4th and Ollie can get us to 4th, then and a decent run in the Champions League. We had this conversation before. If he can get them, beat PSG through the FA Cup to a decent level, then to me that's a decent 6 months for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Do you know what I mean? And I just take having Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as manager one game at a time, because at the end of the day, it's not his squad, is it? It's not his technically. So I'm just happy Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's back.
That squad, though.
Yeah, of course. He's proud to wear that badge. You could tell he's proud to put that suit on with that badge and represent Manchester United status. Of course he is. You'd be mad not to. You would be mad not to.
Yeah, it ultimately, I could see a lot of the argument of, hey, if he brings the positivity back and brings the right football back, why not keep him? I could see that argument. But let's go ahead and let's wrap this up, Craig. Obviously, it's Christmas Day. It's only 42 here right now, so I've still got more stuff to do with my family.
It's 9:45 here.
I know, right? You guys are about to all head to bed.
Never.
Now you sound like a toddler, Craig. How your daughter sounds right now. Never. I want to play with my toys.
Yes.
But Craig, so go ahead and give me what are going to be your keys to Manchester United winning tomorrow, how you think we're going to do it, and then on top of that, give me your score prediction for tomorrow.
I just think Manchester United need to go out there the same way they did against Cardiff. Nothing different. Obviously, the minor tweaks in players. Positive football from start to finish. I think the score will be. I reckon the score will be 4-0.
4-0. Love it.
4-0.
I love it.
4-0 to United. But I have other score in my head, but I don't want to say that because I'm going for the more positive one. They're both positive, but this is the more positive one. But yeah, I'm going for 4-0. Just positive. And we're going to come out there and we're going to positive all the way home.
I love it, Craig. And so, and Doug, real quick, it's all good, man. Genuinely, it's all good. Listen, it's the holiday season, and the holiday season, it can be hard to, make the streams happen. So it's all good with me, man. We'll get you on again real soon. But guys, also, if you want to get your score predictions in, get them in now, and I will read them out on stream for you guys. But so for me personally, I think that the goal for Manchester United and the key for Manchester United tomorrow is do the same exact thing we did against Cardiff. I think that if we do that, we go out there, we play that same exact brand of football, the one where apparently we had the highest pressing rate of any team in the Premier League all year.
Come here.
We had the highest pressing rate of any team in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And if we go out there and we beat that team, I'm telling you now, there's no reason why we can't go out and put a beating to Huddersfield from minute 1 to minute 90. Wind up with a scoreline of something like what Matthew was talking about with a 5-0. Talking about what you're talking about with a 4-0. Personally, I'm going to go with a 3-1 final, but I think that we are going to dominate the game all the way through. I think that there's not that we were going to be the winners all along. So
definitely, 100%. I don't think we're going to come away from that game losing. No way.
So Ryan Beals has got 4-1. Jay Hart has got 3-0, and he said Huddersfield can defend better than Cardiff, which that's true. Ryan said he's hoping for a 4-0 though. Vandy Candy's got 4-1. Mr. Exclusive's got 6-1. AFAF.
Jesus Christ, Mr. Exclusive.
Listen, let me tell you what. If Mr. Exclusive's heading tomorrow too, I know that for a fact. So you get that, and Matthew, and you, and Flex, and all them there, and you guys get a 6-1. I expect you guys to all just give me a call and just start screaming. Just because that would be absolutely insane. A 6-1 scoreline.
I'll ring you. No dramas there.
Like it would be absolutely insane, man. But AFAF says attack, attack, attack. I love it. Doug says 4-0 United. AFAF is saying 2-1.
Get out.
Come on. I don't see anybody else's predictions.
Go on, Pudding.
But so guys, look, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna wrap it up here. So
Yeah, man.
Craig, thank you for joining me, my friend.
Very welcome, man. You know that. I'll do it anytime you need me on.
And guys, I'm sorry if the stream quality was a little bit more poor than normal. I'm not at my normal Wi-Fi. In case you guys can't tell,
me neither.
My normal set. So, like, this is obviously nothing like the normal. And to be honest, guys, we might have a brand new set all together for the stream tomorrow. There's a very good possibility of having a brand new set, complete set for tomorrow. We might be moving everything tomorrow. For going from the baby room, which we're in now, which is our office, to the new room, which is going to be our new office. So, yeah, hotel had better Wi-Fi. Yes, I mean, let's be real. The hotel did have better Wi-Fi. But, I mean, Craig, I did put Craig's Twitter in the description below. Be sure to give Craig a follow. Craig is one of the best guys I know. I love the dude. And I'm just genuinely blessed to be able to call him a friend. So, but, guys, I hope you guys had a great time on the stream. Be sure to give it a like on your way out. And just genuinely, guys, thank you for joining in. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, a happy holiday, whatever you're celebrating. Go out there and have a great one. And I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow for the Boxing Day review of this Manchester United match. I'm stoked up for that. So, guys, I hope that you have a great night, a great day, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing. Just keep doing you guys because genuinely, you guys are awesome. Love you guys.